Good morning, everyone. Today, we'll be playing another mono green Tron list. This is the same list as last time, except I dropped a relic for a dismember in the main. And, yeah. We'll go ahead and take this into a modern constructed league, see what happens. Alright. Here we go, on the draw for game one. Looks good to me. Keep 7. This is a turn 3 Karn Liberated or Karn Great Creator, whichever we decide is more damaging to our opponents. Okay. Alright, this looks like it might be the Oops All Spells deck. Start Power Plant map, pass the turn. They have a Simian Spirit Guide accelerated hand, we're in trouble. Play Tower. Crack Tower. Get Power Plant. I'm too early! Oh. I've only had one tiny sip of coffee, and I just threw this game absolutely tremendously. Okay, opponent plays Agadeem the Undercrypt. We draw Ancient Stirrings, play a Forest, play Karn Great Creator, Wish. I guess we just get Coding, because if we could get Play Cage this turn, we would play Cage. I can't believe I did that. Opponent plays a Seagate Reborn. We untap and draw Power Plant. Ancient Stirrings. We'll take Relic. Did I say I punted? I just meant it was the extra extended BM kill, because we knew our opponent didn't have it. Oh, man. Well, that didn't deserve to happen ever. Alright, we're going to drop Dismember. I'm going to bring in Wilt. I think another Wilt. O-Stone is good, but, like, not sure how good it's going to be against our opponent. I'm going to bring in the Veils as well, because my opponent tends to bring in Hand Disruption against us. I'm going to drop an Ulamog, a Thrag Tusk, and a Worm Coil. Try it like this. We can do better. I'll mulligan to 5. This is a turn 3 Tron. Okay, opponent starts Hagra Mauling, or Hagra Brood Pit. No, Palaka Caverns. A lot of those lands look the same, and it's harder to recognize their art when they enter tapped all the time, because they're all effectively the same card when they're on the board. Play Chromatic Star. I'm going to play a Turn Timber Symbiosis and a Sword of the Meek. That's better to see than a Mana Rock. Play an Urza's Tower. Crack for green. Sylvan Scrying. This time we get a Power Plant. Pass the turn. Opponent plays Agadeem the Undercrypt into a Balustrade Spy. Yep. So I think they've got us. I don't think there's anything we can do from this point. Because I'm pretty sure... Salvage Titan. Because Vengefite gives haste. Yeah, okay. Alright. Well, if we'd been on the play, it would have been fine. Unfortunately, we were not. Run it back. We'll play first. Keep another turn 3 Tron into Karn. Start Power Plant Sphere. Basically, I think to beat this, my opponent has to have a, like, double or triple Simian Spirit Guide hand. Which is not impossible. I've actually lost to that before, but... Okay, Sylvan Scrying, we'll get mine. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Maria, Shattered Skyclave. We untap. We draw a star. Play mine. Play Karn. We hit Talisman still. Talisman producing multiple colors of mana could matter. Next turn, we're going to Karn downtick and cast Karn, provided, of course, we do not die. And then there's another Talisman. We untap and draw Relic. So... Play Star. Crack it for green. Sylvan Scrying. Get a Tower. Play a Tower. Nuke Talisman. Play Karn. Nuke Agadeem the Undercrypt. And we got there. A little bit of a rocky start. We won the game we should have lost, and lost the game we should have won. Oh, jeez. I am gonna get some comments about that in the YouTube comments. I feel like people might be a little upset with me for that one. Alright, we can do better. We can still do better. Why do they all have to be the same Tron land? I'm going to 4. Alright, we'll keep. Put back Karn, Worm Coil. It has to be Stirrings or Maze Mind Tome. Put back Stirrings. Okay, opponent starts Swamp. I played against this guy yesterday while I was streaming. I think he was just playing Jund. It was Jund or some blue-black list, I don't remember. Play Chromatic Star, pass the turn. Oh, it was red-black, Skelemental Unearth stuff. Okay, play a tower. Crack star for green, draw a card. Play star. Crack star for green. Play star. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays Prismatic Vista. Would not be surprised if we got Skelementaled here. Yep. So we lose Wormcoil and a Forest, which means we have to be a little judicious with the use of the star, but... Okay, well... Crack for green. Ancient Stirrings. We do get Power Plant. Rest to the bottom. Play Power Plant. Play Maze Mind Tome. And we'll draw a card on our opponent's end step. Opponent shocks a Blood Crypt. Plays another Skelemental. They unearth a Skelemental. We're taking 12 and going to 2. Alright, we go to 2. No cards to discard. Draw a mine. Okay, people ask why I activate Maze Mind Tome on my turn all the time. This is why. Dismember to the bottom. Draw a sphere. So, play sphere. Crack for green. Play tower. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Magmatic Channeler. Cracks Marsh Flats. For Blood Crypt tapped. Alright, let's see what we draw. Power Plant. Draw an extra card. It's a Thrag Tusk that we can't cast. Discarding that Wormcoil and Forest was pretty brutal. Okay, so versus red-black stuff, we're going to bring in the Veil of Summers because of all of the hand hate. I think dropping Thrag Tusk, Wormcoil, and Ulamog for that is correct. I don't really need Spatial Contortion. It might be useful, but... Alright, we'll play first. Nope. Also no. Alright, I can work with this. We'll put back Tower and Scrying. Start Power Plant map. Pass the turn. When it plays a Blackcleave Cliffs, Inquisition, they can take map or Stirrings. They probably take Stirrings. They do. We untap and draw star, play tower, crack map, get mine. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays Prismatic Vista, cracks it, gets a swamp. Plays Magmatic Channeler. We untap, we draw an Urza's Tower, play Urza's Mine, play star, play map, pass the turn. I'm kind of expecting a Skelemental here, so I'm just not adding any more cards to my hand right now. Okay, opponent plays Marsh Flats, cracks it, gets a swamp. No Skelemental this turn, but they are going to play Blood Moon. So go tutor up a forest. Okay, Blood Moon enters the battlefield. We take 1, we untap, draw a tower, play a forest, crack star for green, Veil of Summer, which is exactly why I didn't tap forest for star. Pass the turn. But plays a Blackcleave Cliffs into a Liliana of the Veil. Okay. Uptick Liliana and we'll discard a tower. I think I'm going to just cast Veil here to draw. They attack for 1. Yeah, Veil of Summer cantrip. Get a Sylvan Scrying, untap. Draw an Urza's Mine. Play a tower. Go Scrying, get a forest. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent pillages our forest. We discard a mine. Opponent discards a second Liliana. Yeah, not being able to top deck a Thrag Tusk here, I think, is what's going to do it. Yeah. Alright. Opponent is going to get us Hellbent and then Alt Lily, and there's nothing we can do about that. So, I'll see you guys in round 3. Alright. Play first. Seems good. Turn 3 Tron Karn on the play. Play mine, play map. Pass the turn. Opponent starts Wooded Foothills, cracks it. It's a Temple Garden untapped. And a Birds of Paradise, okay. Luris. This is probably Devoted Devastation, or the Devoted Druid combo, whatever you want to call that. Okay, play Power Plant. Get Tower. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent cracks Wooded Foothills, gets another Temple Garden into a Devoted Druid, and a Giver of Runes. We untap. Draw Ugin the Spirit Dragon, which is pretty much guaranteed to win us this game. So play Karn, take out Druid. Okay, opponent is going to put 2 -1/-1 counters on it to kill it rather than exile it. This could be relevant if my opponent has something like a Renegade Rallier to buy it back, or actually Finale of Devastation actually lets you tutor cards from the grave. Or they have a Postmortem Lunge. That'll do it too. Now they have infinite mana. And 1 card in hand. Are you kidding me? Do they have it? They must, because otherwise why would they be doing this? Wow. Finale of Devastation X10. And we die. Yep. They got us. Alright, bring in Spatial Contortion. Drop Thragtusk. Actually, we'll drop a Worm Coil, because we can tutor for that if we need to. No other adjustments, let's run it back. We'll play first. Opponent just had, like, the number of cards required to beat us. This is really tempting, but it's a turn 4 Tron without Ugin. Yeah, I'm going to 6. I think I need a faster hand. This feels a little bit better. We can keep... This is actually way better. Put back an Expedition map. Start Mine map. Opponent did mulligan to 6. Opponent plays a Temple Garden into a Birds. We untap. Play Tower. Crack map to get Power Plant. Okay, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. We play Horizon Canopy, another Birds, and pass. We draw Karn Liberated. So I'm going to go with Karn Liberated here. Hit Temple Garden. Eladamri's Call, okay. Revealing Devoted Druid. Opponent plays another Horizon Canopy. We really would like to top deck a land. Like, really badly. Okay, opponent draws an extra card. We draw Karn, Great Creator. Play Relic. Play Karn. Hit Druid. Opponent is going to Blossoming Defense Druid. Okay. They can't activate Ballista to kill us, because we have Karn. If I get Grafdigger's Cage, they can no longer tutor for Walking Ballista, because creatures can't enter the battlefield from library or grave. We could also Sorceress Spyglass name Devoted Druid, which might be the first time I've ever tutored for it, but this also will let us see their hand, and should prevent them from winning unless their last 2 cards are... well, they would have to top deck too, so it would need to be like Rexage, Walking Ballista to kill us. Or Rexage, Vizier, and Walking Ballista, I think. So get Sorceress Spyglass, play Spyglass. Opponent has Postmortem Lunge and Wooded Foothills. So name Devoted Druid. Okay, exile a card from our opponent's grave, pass the turn. Opponent plays Wooded Foothills. 3 mana, probably puts Luris into their hand. They crack Horizon Canopy to draw. They play Giver. Once again, I'm pretty sure if we draw a land, it's just game over. They crack the other Horizon Canopy to draw. We untap, draw Sylvan Scrying. Nuke Relic, I really want to draw land here. Maze Mine Tome. Play the Tome. Wish with Karn. Get Grafdigger's Cage. Play Cage. Pass the turn. Opponent's hand does Postmortem Lunge 2 unknowns. Opponent untaps. Plays Plains. Puts Luris in their hand. They kill Karn, that's fine. Draw an extra card. Okay. Untap. We draw an Ancient Stirrings. Draw an extra card. Play a Forest. Play Karn. Wish. Oh, this doesn't... This only prevents the untapping ability. Okay, so they can still use it as a mana producer. We can either wish for Walking Ballista and ping down a birds, which they would just replay. So I guess I'll take Coding here. Play Coding. Pass the turn. Opponent plays another Giver. Plays Luris. Sure. But I think they scoop to Ugin, especially with this board. It took forever, but we finally got the 4th land, so play Ugin. Yep. Okay, no adjustments going into game 3. We can do better than that. We can still do better than that. Gotta go to 4, I think. Alright. Put back Tower, Forest, Wormcoil. Okay, opponent plays a Bauble. Cracks it and plays a Temple Garden tapped. They draw an extra card. We draw O-Stone, play Urza's Mine, play Chromatic Sphere. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Birds. We untap. Draw Power Plant. Okay. Play Tower. Pass the turn. We're basically just going to use this Chromatic Sphere to make our Dismember cheaper on something. Okay, opponent plays Horizon Canopy. It's a Devoted Druid. I don't even know if we Dismember that or not, because if they have Postmortem Lunge, that could be wrong. Alright, Crack Sphere for black. Dismember Devoted Druid. I have a Blossoming Defense, okay. We untap, draw Power Plant. Play Power Plant, play O-Stone. And they have 1 turn to try and kill us. Which they almost certainly do, because this deck, this deck is redundant enough that it almost never doesn't have the combo. Even though the combo is, slightly fragile. Play Bauble, crack Bauble. Play Wooded Foothills, crack Wooded Foothills. They shock, which tells me they got it. Maybe not. They sack Horizon Canopy to draw. 3 mana, put Luris in their hand. Alright. They don't have it. That's interesting. Okay, they draw an extra card. We draw Karn Liberated. Yeah, alright. I don't like it, but Karn downtick on Devoted Druid is correct, even though they're just going to dump him into the grave. And probably replay him with Luris next turn. Okay. Pass the turn. Opponent is back up to 6 cards in hand. Plays a Caustic Caterpillar, so there's their answer to O-Stone. Kill O-Stone. Play another Devoted Druid. We untap. We draw Forest. So we know our opponent's holding Luris, but I think that's it. They didn't have the combo before, and I think we have to rely on them not having the combo now. So Karn, uptick. Play Forest. Pass the turn. So they're holding Luris, 1 unknown. Alright. They have Luris, 1 unknown in their hand. Duskwatch Recruiter. Alright. Oh, crap! Alright, it's not gonna... I was gonna say it's not gonna let me concede. Because it's that stupid, F6. Come on, Moto! Let me freaking concede! I heard the click noise. Did it get through? Okay. Thankfully, my opponent actually cast a spell, which even F6, gave me just enough delay to concede. Alright. Well, opponent had good top decks, but they also had a million draws to find them, so it's not like it was all that unlikely we lost. I can't believe they won game 1, though. That was absolutely the god hand. Alright, round 4. Alright, mulligan. 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 Keep. Alright, put back Dismember, put back Sphere, and I think put back Stirrings. Actually, put back Sphere, Dismember, and Scrying. This gives us something to do on turn 1, and then something to do on turn 2. Opponent starts with Salundi Isle. I don't know what deck runs Salundi Visions. Maybe it's Storm. Start Forest, Ancient Stirrings. All power plants, all the time. We'll take Expedition Map. Rest to the bottom. This way we can play Maze Mind Tome on turn 2. Play and crack expedition map on turn 3. Oh, it's Storm. It's Storm or it's Blitz. Okay, it looks like it might be Blitz then. Play Urza's Tower. Play Maze Mine Tome. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent untaps. Plays an island. They still have 5 cards in hand. And they do nothing. Tells me they probably have like remands, mana leaks, and some kind of cantrip. Maze Mine Tome number 2 to the bottom. Okay. We untap. We draw Sylvan Scrying. Play Power Plant. Play Expedition Map. Okay, opponent opts. Gonna take a counter off of Thing in the Ice. Alright, we'll pass. Opponent plays a River Glide Pathway and passes. Crack map at our opponent's end step. Get mine. Scry on our opponent's end step. Forest to the bottom. Untap. We draw Thragtusk. Players is mine. Run out Ugin. Definitely gonna get at least remanded here. Archmage's Charm. Okay. Okay, so I think this might be the shortest real-time recorded Tron League I've ever had, because we're only 37 minutes in real-time footage, and we're already in round 4. Scry with Maze Mine Tome. I will leave Karn on top. We untap. Draw Karn. Sylvan Scrying. Let's get a Sanctum of Ugin. Play Sanctum. Play Karn. Sack Sanctum. Get an Ulamog. Karn. Snapcaster Archmage Charm. Yep, okay. So my opponent is going to be able to get in with Thing in the Ice once. Pass the turn. We're kind of hoping to hit a top deck Tron land of any kind. Opponent plays a Desolate Lighthouse. They Flame Slash Snapcaster to flip Awoken Horror. It lets them pick up Snapcaster. Flame Slash fizzles. They go to combat. Attack for 7. Take 7, go to 13. Our opponent's end step, we'll go ahead and scry. Gain life. Tower to the top. Untap. Play Tower. Play Ulamog. Hit Awoken Horror and Desolate Lighthouse. Cryptic Counterbounce. Alright, so their hand is Snapcaster, Thing in the Ice, one unknown. They play Thing in the Ice. Play Thing in the Ice, so their hand is Snapcaster, one unknown. Draw Maze Mine Tome. Play Maze Mine Tome. Draw an extra card. It's a Chromatic Star. Play the star. Crack it for green. Draw a card. Play Thragtusk. Gain 5 life. And play Expedition Map. Pass the turn. Opponent's Serum Visions. Pretty sure that they can flip their Thing in the Ices this turn if they wanted. Okay, we untap. Let's see what we draw. Karn, Great Creator. Play Karn. They have a counter spell, they have to do it now. They have remand, okay. We know they have Snapcaster. Play Karn. Remand again. So they will be flipping this turn. Get another tower. Play tower, play Karn. Wish. Sunring Titan doesn't do very much here. I think we get Bridge. Gonna have to hope Bridge is gonna be enough. I am gonna attack because it's basically a free attack. They're going to flip Thing in the Ice so that they can kill Karn here. And if they do that, we get back our Thragtusk and get a beast. Oh, never mind. It's because they have 2 Awoken Horrors. That doesn't actually matter. Well, I'm glad we attacked. Turn off auto yields. So they'll kill Karn, hit us for 7. Yep. Okay. But it plays a Selendi Isle. Kind of surprised they didn't cast that. Karn Liberated to the top. Untap. Draw Karn Liberated. Start Ensnaring Bridge. Okay. Play Karn. Snapcaster Mage for Remand, because they can't hit Cryptic. Yep. Okay. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. If they draw Cryptic here, we lose. They play Cascade Bluffs. Never mind, they just have a Braid. Alright. So bring in Veils of Summer. Drop... Well, Ulamog's actually kind of important in this matchup. Relic can be good, but I'm actually going to drop it here. Drop Relic, drop O-Stone, and drop a Wormcoil Engine. Start like this. Alright, we'll play first. Mulligan. Mulligan. Alright, I guess I gotta try this. Put back Karn and Karn. Start Mind Sphere. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a River Glide pathway and passes. Play Power Plant. Drawing Forest makes me comfortable enough to crack for green there. Play Expedition Map. Pass the turn. Opponent starts Opt. Maybe I shouldn't have played Expedition Map, because I guess if they have a Braid, this is really bad. Uh-oh. Cleansing Wildfire. Alright. Well, it could have been worse. Could have been at a Braid. Players is mine. Crack and get Tower. Play Map. Pass the turn. It plays an island. And passes. We draw Sylvan Scrying. Players this tower. Play Karn. Wish with Karn. They bolt Karn. Okay. Get Trinosphere. Play Trinosphere. Think on a Remand? Or a Logic Knot? Looks like a Logic Knot. Deprive. Alright, not what I would have guessed. Opponent replays the island. Pre-draw, let's go ahead and get Sanctum. Draw Veil of Summer. Play Sanctum. Play Scrying. Get another tower. Pass the turn. Opponent opts. Opts again. And they play an island. So they will have Cryptic mana. Cleansing Wildfire on the Mine. Okay. Well, we're pretty close to hard casting our threats anyway. Players' tower. Play Karn. Wish. Let's go get Wormcoil. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Plays a Spirebluff Canal tapped. They're going to bolt Karn, sure. Looks like they're leaving up Archmage's Charm for Wormcoil. It also could be a Remand, but... play Blast Zone. Play Wormcoil. Fail. We draw Maze Mind Tome. Remand turns into a Think Twice, and Wormcoil Engine resolves. Okay. Opponent untaps. Plays a Cascade Bluffs. Passes. We untap. Draw Chromatic Star. Play a Forest. Go to combat. Attack for 6. They're gonna Braid. Okay. Wormcoil splits into 2. Play Chromatic Star. Crack it for green to draw. Play Maze Mind Tome. Spell Snare. Play Maze Mind Tome. Snapcaster for Spell Snare. Alright. Put a counter on Blast Zone, because all of their threats are 2 mana. Okay. I was really hoping something would resolve that turn. Ashiok Dreamrender. Well, we still have Urza's Mines in the deck. Opponent passes. We untap. We draw Veil of Summer. Go to combat. Attack Ashiok. They're going to Lightning Bolt a Wormcoil token. I think I'm going to crack Blast Zone here to kill Snapcaster. Okay. Wormcoil token down. Ashiok goes to 1. We gain 3. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Spire Bluff Canal tapped. Looks like they're just about out of steam. We draw Karn Liberated. Go to combat. Attack Ashiok. Ashiok down. Play Karn. We will sack Sanctum. And we're going to go get Ulamog. I know Wormcoil is a card we could play right now, but I think we'll need Ulamog to win. Okay. Uptick Karn to 10. Take our opponent's last card out of their hand. Oops. Don't need that. Archmage's Charm. Opponent draws 2 cards. It's kind of interesting they didn't counter Karn there. If they were going to draw, I feel like they should have done that in response to Karn. We get a Mountain. They have 1 card left. I mean, this time I think I'm going to just uptick Karn on myself. Yeah. Alright. Game 3. No adjustments. Mulligan. Alright. We'll keep. Put back, map. No, hang on. Put back Sylvan Scrying. Map has the highest chance of actually getting to the point where it can tutor. The only way that they could actually deal with this is if they have Force of Negation or a Braid. Sylvan Scrying, they could Spell Snare. Okay. Players is mine. Pass the turn. Technically, they could Tails End the activation of Expedition Map as well. Opponent plays a Cascade Bluffs, so they do have Archmage's Charm online. I'm going to crack Expedition Map. We'll get a tower. I've got a feeling that what my opponent's going to do here is Archmage's Charm and then follow it up with a Cleansing Wildfire. Maybe they hit tower. That'd be nice because we're holding a redundant one. Play Wormcoil. When it remands the Wormcoil, that's fine. Play Chromatic Star, pass the turn. They opt. Okay. When it plays a Cascade Bluffs into a Thing in the Ice. We untap, draw Karn, crack Star for green, draw another Wormcoil, play a tower, play Karn. Okay, opponent opts. They're either looking for a Spell Pierce or a Ceremonious Rejection. Karn resolves. Okay. We're going to uptick Karn, because our opponent would have to have Bolt and 2 other spells to flip Thing in the Ice next turn. They give us a Valakut Awakening. Play Chromatic Sphere and Maze Mind Tome. They didn't have a Spell Pierce or a Ceremonious Rejection because they would have used it on Karn if they did. Okay, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Okay. They play a River Glide Pathway. Sylvan Scrying to the bottom. Untap. We draw a second Karn. In that case, hit Thing in the Ice. That worked. Play Wormcoil. Snapcaster for remand, looks like. See if we can't get a Veil of Summer. Boom, got him. Oh, that feels nice. Play Chromatic Sphere. Play a Forest. Pass the turn. Oh man, that was something else. Okay, on my opponent's end step, we'll draw an extra card. Karn, Great Creator. We untap, draw Power Plant, play Power Plant, tick up Karn. We get a Snapcaster Mage. That seems good. Go to combat. Attack with Wormcoil Engine. Opponent takes 6, we gain 6. Play Wormcoil Engine. I've got a feeling that they need to counter this one. Okay. Play Karn. Counter and bounce Karn. Okay. Draw an extra card. Pass the turn. So next turn we have 2 Karns we could cast. That feels pretty good. As well as attack with 2 Wormcoils. We untap. Draw Power Plant. Play Power Plant. Go to combat. Attack for 12. Okay, opponent abrades a Wormcoil Engine. There's still a Wormcoil Engine on the way. They take 6, go to 8. Play Karn. Archmage's Charm, sure. Play Karn. And uptick on our opponent's hand. They only have 2 cards left. And they need multiple answers to win. Magmatic Sinkhole, I think? Yeah, alright. And we got there. That was a long, hard-fought match. Alright, round 5. Alrighty, round 5, here we go. We can do better. And still do better. Oh, we need green mana. I'm going to 4. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Opponent starts Wooded Foothills. Stomping Ground. Arboreal Grazer. Field of the Dead. Okay, so this is probably the Uro deck, I think. Opponent did not have a 3rd land. Play Sanctum. Pass the turn. That's interesting. Don't they run like 30 lands? Okay, turn 3 for our opponent. Ramp nullified back into regular on-curveness. They top deck a Windswept Teeth. Play it untapped. Ah, that's why. Okay. They play Renin 6. Pick up Windswept Teeth. Crack Expedition Map. Get a Power Plant. Untap. Draw Sylvan Scrying. Play Power Plant. Play Sphere. Crack for green. And we'll Sylvan Scrying to go get mine. Pass the turn. Oh, if we could top deck a Karn or an Ugin, that would be great. But it picks up Windswept Teeth. Plays Grazer. Puts Windswept Teeth into play tapped and plays an Arid Mesa. We untap. Draw an Ancient Stirrings. Play Forest. Ancient Stirrings. Take Karn. Rest to the bottom. Pass the turn. I'm glad I did not play mine this turn. Opponent fetches up Ketria Triome. Okay, they untap. Crack Windswept Teeth. And Omnath. Wooded Foothills. Let's go ahead and dismember Omnath. I was lucky I was able to turn off auto yields in time. Opponent gets a Raugrin Triome. We untap. We draw Ugin. Amazing top deck, really. Play Ugin. Sack Sanctum. Get Nulamog. Ugin resolves, and we are going to -2. Okay. Opponent could probably make a bunch of zombies next turn, but I think we're probably okay here. Okay, opponent plays Utopia Sprawl. 6 mana. This is a Titan? Hour of Promise. Okay. Alright. We draw another Ulamog. So play Power Plant. Uptick on a zombie. Play Ulamog. Take out the Valakuts. Ulamog resolves. They path Ulamog, sure. Get a forest. Opponent untaps and concedes. Alright, well, I mean, that was kind of good for us. I don't know if we want Veil or not. I don't actually think I'm going to make any adjustments. We're just going to run it back. We kind of got lucky. But it didn't seem like my opponent was playing the version with counter spells, whatever version that is. I don't really keep track of it. It's all one deck to me. Mulligan, mulligan. Mulligan to 4. Mulligan to 3. Perfect. Put back Sylvan Scrying, Thragtusk, Karn. Alright. Turn 3 Tron. We just have to top deck like Karn Liberated. Opponent starts Windswept Heath, cracks it. Temple Garden untapped. Plays a Utopia Sprawl, sure. We draw Wormcoil, which is something to play. So, Mind Map, pass the turn. They chose blue for Utopia Sprawl and played a Valakut this turn. We draw Ancient Stirrings, play Tower. Crack Map, we'll get Power Plant. If they have Cleansing Wildfire, we can at least Ancient Stirrings next turn. Opponent untaps, plays a Misty Rainforest. It's a Breeding Pool. Plays Omnath. We untap. Draw another tower. Play Power Plant. Play Wormcoil. Pass the turn. So if my opponent has a path, we'll be able to Ancient Stirrings, potentially for an Ulamog, and win the game. Okay. Opponent plays Misty, cracks Misty. Forest gets Omnath triggers along the way. They have 9 mana. Arboreal Grazer. Put a Field of the Dead into play. They ping us for 4. Prime time. Alright, well, not sure how we get out of this one. We kind of have to top deck an Ugin or an Ulamog to even stand a chance. Like everything else, we just immediately die. Yep. Bunch of Field of the Dead triggers. And they path. Alright. That actually increases our odds of winning. Not that our opponent would know that. They hit us for 4. We go down to 12. Alright. We untap. We draw Karn Liberated. Ancient Stirrings. Get an Ulamog. Rest to the bottom. Play a tower. Play Ulamog. Hit Primeval Titan and Field of the Dead. My opponent only has 1 card in hand, so Uro is, or not Uro, Omnath is not actually that frightening at the moment. They can crack 2 lands, but they're not getting zombies for it. They can make a bunch of mana, but like I said, they only have 2 cards in hand. They have to have really good cards in hand. 5 mana. Probably an Hour of Promise. Prime time. Basically the same thing. Okay, we're still in the same situation we were before. Now we have to top deck an O-Stone or an Ugin. Karn here is going to do basically nothing. Karn is a 7 mana murder for prime time. And we're about to die to zombies. So opponent's hand was pretty good. They attack with everybody. They hit us down to 4. So we block Omnath. We can play Karn, snipe prime time, block a zombie, and die. Yeah, we have to top deck Ugin. There's no other card that I think... Ugin or O-Stone, technically, but... Play Karn. And concede. Okay. No adjustments. I think we're set up just fine. Let's not mulligan to 3 this time. That was a really good mulligan to 3, but like... Alright, we'll play first. There we go. Natural Tron. We top deck a tower, it's a turn 4 Ulamog. Start mine. Pass the turn. Opponent starts Breeding Pool. Arboreal Grazer, Field of the Dead. We draw Chromatic Star, play Power Plant. Play Star. Pass the turn. We're going to leave that for eventually casting a Sylvan Scrying. Opponent plays Misty, cracks Misty. Gets a Stomping Ground untapped. Looks like a Wrenn and 6. Nope. It's 3 mana, whatever it is. Old Pal, Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Top deck another Wormcoil. Players his tower. Play Wormcoil. Okay, pass the turn. Okay, opponent plays a land, plays a Wrenn and 6. Probably cracks a land here and picks up a land with Wrenn and 6. They crack Misty to get a forest. Play a second Renin 6. Okay, we untap. We draw Ancient Stirrings. Crack Star for green. Draw a card. Sylvan Scrying, we're going to tower. Play tower. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. It's not like we could do anything to Renin 6 here anyway. The problem here is if my opponent plays like Primeval Titan, they can just get Valakut because they have the stupid Dryad. They have a path. Okay. Now we're in danger of dying to like some kind of scape shift effect, I guess. Actually, if my opponent has Primetime or Hour of Promise, we just die. Oh, hang on. I need to tap that. Because they can get 2 Valakuts and then crack 2 fetch lands and play a fetch land out of hand for a total of something like 32 damage? 33 damage? I don't know. Well, they're cracking well, they have to crack, I guess, in order to play like a Primetime or something, but... Okay, they don't have it. That's good news. Play a Windswept Teeth. They're going to start getting Field of the Dead tokens. Play another Dryad. We untap. We draw Karn, Great Creator. Start with an Ancient Stirrings. I guess we'll pick up a Blast Zone. Rest to the bottom. Oh, shoot! I should have taken the Tron land, because then I could go get Karn and Sundering Titan. That was a mistake. Alright, go to combat. Attack our opponent. We can do that next turn. We're going to play Ulamog this turn. Opponent chumps with Grazer, we gain 6. Play Ulamog. Take out Field of the Dead and Renin 6. Play a Blast Zone, pass the turn. And if we survive, then we win. Because Sundering Titan absolutely beats what our opponent is doing right now. There's Primetime. Valakut. 12 damage to us. Okay. We untap. Draw Karn Liberated. Play Karn Great Creator. Wish. Get Sundering Titan. 8 mana, destroy 5 lands. So take Valakut, fetch land, and White Source. Not that that matters. Alright. Whew! We got there with a 3 and 2. That was a close one. I really thought this was going to be like a 1 and 4 for a while there. Let's go ahead and open our treasure chest. 5 play points, a banned Bridge from Below, and Game of Chaos. Alright. So the only change we made to the previous list was adding a Dismember over Relic, which Relic won us a game versus Oops All Spells that we definitely should have lost the very first game we played. Dismember, on the other hand, helped win versus Omnath because we were able to snipe an Omnath with it. I actually think this list is a little bit better running a Dismember instead of a Relic. I like having one-ofs of each in the main deck right now, so I think this is a fair change. I gotta get this video processed and out, so hope you guys enjoyed this one, at least as much as I enjoyed making it. We had a really good stream last night. Expect a good VOD on at 1 p.m. tomorrow, 1 hour after the regular video goes up. And, yeah, I think that's all I have to say for right now, so... if you like this video, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined. It doesn't cost you anything, and it supports me. We're getting close to 550, which is nice. I'm really excited that the amount of subscribers we're getting has not slowed down just by, like, cresting 500. It wasn't just, like, a big burst. It's actually, like, a sustained, continuous growth, which is nice, because it shows that, you know, more people are interested and more people are showing up. The last few streams, more and more people have been showing up, too, which is really cool. There were actually times during last night's stream where I couldn't respond to everybody because there was enough people talking in the chat all at once that like I had to just let stuff slip by because otherwise I wouldn't play the game. I would be focused entirely on responding to chat, which is an experience that I have not had very many of. So thank you all for your support. I want you to know that you're all wonderful human beings. Big shout outs to Six Sigma and Bone Daddy for donating tons and tons of cards to the channel. I really appreciate it a lot, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!